Hi, Gloria.
Hi,
Well,
Gabby.
so nice to see you.
Yes, nice to see you.
So we are here today to show Gloria because we've been working together since January, and lucky enough, we are in the same city. So we've been working in person together, and you guys get to see and hear what's Gloria's journey has been. um, working in a trauma-informed way. So, are you ready, Gloria?
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what led you to booking a consult with me, Gloria? What was happening to your body? What was challenging in your life at that point?
Um, I think I wanted to try something new because I think my relationship with fitness has been okay, maybe I gained too much weight. It's time to lose a little bit of weight and get fit. And then I will try a few different things and lose weight. And then, okay, things are going normal. So I stop everything that I've been doing and then workout routine would happen, slowly dying it down. Yeah. So I started to see the pattern, and then I was wondering if I do it in a way that is respectful with my body and trauma informed, is there any other chance that I can enjoy this process even more? And I think part of that was also discovering. At the time, I was reading a lot of book about trauma, and then one thing that I have noticed deeply was the body and trauma connections. So it led me to be more curious, is there any trauma stored in my body? And if that's the case, how can I discover that and release it? So I think it is all about changing relationship with my fitness as well as understanding my body and also in a trauma informed way. That was, I think, two motivation that I had at that moment.
That's beautiful. And one thing that remember clearly that you shared with me during the consult, that one of your goals was to age gracefully. And I love that because, you're still young and you're thinking ahead that, what is going to look like for you when, like, how you want to move. And
Mm-hmm.
hearing your story, it makes me think that when, I lost my train of thought. Awesome. So that, yeah, I absolutely lost it. And, that's the beauty of
No worries.
and I'll get back to it. So what kind of shifts that you started to notice in your body by working together?
Oh, so I feel now my body is more straight and strong. That's something that I can feel.
Mhm,
Yeah, after 6 months of working together.
mhm,
Um, I think I was able to notice the incremental changes that is happening in the body. Like if I was doing, let's say, regular fitness routine, I would have just ignored it. Okay, maybe body is getting strengthened because, if you do more workout, of course, your body is going to be fit. But then I think the way that we work together allow me to celebrate a little moment of incremental changes that is experienced. So that's the shift. And I think that brought me quite a bit of joy because, oh, actually my body is adapting too. So I think biggest learning for me was my posture. I am also having not so great vision. So because of that, I crunch my shoulders a little bit with, laptops and then, visual stuff display that I need to always rely on my work and all of that. I think that also transpire into all the body parts in how to compensate, I think, this type of posture. So I wasn't aware that I had, you know, not straight posture as well as flat feet. That was
mhm.
another thing that I have discovered that I would have never noticed if I didn't do the personal training. So I think I got to learn a lot more about how my body works and able to understand, okay, if I strengthen this part and exercise here, how this will translate it into my holistic well-being and fitness. I think that was a valuable insight for me. Yeah.
And I love that you're mentioning your feet because you love to walk.
Yeah.
That's your main way of being active.
Yes.
And living in such a beautiful place as Vancouver, that it takes a huge toll on the body if we are not if the feet don't work properly, because everything starts from there.
Yeah.
And and uh, and I love that, having 12 sessions together, and we keep working together, which I'm really excited about, because the first 12 sessions really help you to understand how your body mechanics work, uh, on an on a on a scientific level and on
Mm,
a holistic level at the same time. And
right,
that's
right,
what
right.
a lot of times I find that, fitness dismisses that, there's a spirit side as well. It's not just, getting from A to B, but really when you want to understand. And I found my train of thought that what I loved, that you want to understand what's happening with your body. And when you have that, that's the journey becomes a lot more enjoyable. It's not about, okay, I want to get to my goal and the journey doesn't matter. It's a lot more important to be comfortable, maybe sometimes uncomfortable, of course, because I push people's limits a little bit in a
For
very
sure.
respectful way. And and I love that you you put those questions out there. You want to know, you started with questioning your journey, your fitness journey, and you wanted to do it different.
Mm,
And I think that's a very, very valuable piece for a lot of my clients, everyone who finds me, that I want to do it different. I can't do the way I used to, or society tells me to do.
mm,
And that's a huge difference. And when someone understands, just like you do, understands that there's a different way, and we don't have to put ourselves into this fitness box that we've known for the longest time,
mm,
it's very, very liberating. It
right.
takes energy on a mental level, but
Mm,
once we start to understand the little pieces, when we put it together, it becomes a very different journey. And I love that for you too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember in one of our session, now that you say it, I think that week I had a really busy work week. So I did very, very minimum, I think, in terms of the exercise routine that you have set. But I remember when we try to measure in the beginning how was the progress, my body still adjusted to be more stronger, which was quite a significant, I think, moment of breakthrough for me. Because I think most of the times in my fitness journey, it's like, now that I look back, it's all or nothing. You go in all. And after I start to deviate, and I'm like, just forget it. It's not gonna work. But I think the small things and actions that I do to strengthen my mobility at the time has some ripple effect. Although I don't see that at the moment, let's say doing foam rolling or some type of body movement that I thought very minimal effort, it still advanced some way, some shape or form, my mobility. Yeah, my physical body's mobility. So that was quite fascinating.
Yeah, and I remember that, I like to put it out there, even though you know really well that when I working with people, my goal isn't weight loss, or like anything that has to do with aesthetics. However, what was really profound, when I took a video of your squats during the
Mm,
assessment, and you did it, I don't know, maybe 7 sessions in, I recorded your squats again, and your form was like, your form has been always beautiful, but your range of motion has
yeah,
increased. And you send me a text back that you look firmer, you look different.
yeah. My
And
body shape has changed a
the
little.
body
I could
shape has
notice.
changed.
Yeah,
And it's not that we had been doing heavy stuff.
right.
And that was just when I looked at the two videos, I was in, oh my God, this is just goosebumps for me.
Yeah,
It made me so, so happy because
yeah.
the goal isn't what we look like, it's more so how we feel. And it translates into what we look like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fascinating for me. Yeah.
Definitely. I think I've been noticing this week, especially I think after our last workout, I didn't have much pain in my knees when I walk because I
Yes.
walk almost the same distance every day.
Yeah.
But after coming back from work, by walking, I usually have some levels of pain in my right knee because of my accident. But I noticed this week I don't have much pain. So that was quite another fascinating thing. And then when I walk, I know my ankle and my feet are working more stronger than before.
Mhm.
So I feel like I have more grip to the ground. So
Wow.
it's kind of a buzzer connection. I think I remember your moment of saying, there is a somatic wisdom when you start to be present with your body. And I think I'm feeling that when I walk more, in a sense, because my body can stay grounded with more balance and strength. I feel like my life is also grounded more. Yeah. So there is some, I think, although it's not like a therapy, but when we understand how to leverage our mobility and strength in the body, I think some part of us are getting healed through that process. So there is some part of that that I feel intuitively that I know I feel more grounded.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I don't know how to explain, but it's just
You just
a
did.
very
You
strong
just did
intuition. Yeah.
perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what it makes me think of trust, that when we build that trust within the body, we can trust life itself a lot more.
Mm,
We when we are more connected to the body, then we get more connected to our environment, nature, or and other people. And it really helps us. That's why I like to say that, even though I use fitness as my way to heal,
mm,
and but it's the tools that I give to my clients, it's it's universal. It translates into all areas of your life.
right, for sure.
And it just fitness is my vessel, because that's how I can connect to people, and
Mm.
that's my passion. And yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you for the I'm really excited about your journey. And every time we meet up and we check in, we always start with a check-in at the beginning. And I try to contain myself with my clients because I want to be grounded, but at the same time, like, yeah, oh my God, oh my God, I'm so
That's
excited.
totally okay. And I think it helped me appreciate and celebrate my journey more, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of trauma-informed tools, I'm
Mhm.
going to mention a couple of trauma-informed tools that we use throughout the sessions, and feel free to, just add more to it, or anything that pops in your head that not pushing through,
Mm.
and that's related to, maybe give 30, 50, 70% of your max effort, not 100%. Pain is the sign to stop, how to relax the body, and listen to your body. So
Mhm.
how do these tools serve you in the moment, or anything you want to share about these tools?
Right. I think there is some liberation for me around that because I've been doing some self strengthening training in some shape or form where I used to do Peloton. But one thing that keep hearing, you just need to gotta push it. And then somehow I knew that in my body is too much of a big range to handle all of that strength. And then if I couldn't do it, I feel like I'm a failure. Why can I not even do this levels of, but those people who's showing that up is actually have done this work for quite a long time. Not like a novice like me, right? So I think there wasn't much grace when I was trying to pursue my fitness journey before. But when incremental journey is okay, and when there is a pain, just acknowledge it and then without going further. I remember you were saying when we were doing plank, just stop when there is a lower back pain starts to hit. And I think that gave me a lot of, yeah, liberation for some reason. Yeah,
Mhm.
like I do not have to fight for this for a minute or
Okay.
two or 3 minutes and then do that every day.
Yeah.
But do what my body can do. But even knowing that if I do that, to where my body is capable of, that doesn't mean it's going to stay there. I see many times that my body was able to and capable of growing its capacity. Yeah. So that was very helpful for me. I think, yeah, I it helped me get out of the all or nothing mindset, I think.
Mhm.
Uh,
Beautiful. Um, that makes me think of what you were just saying, that, the window of tolerance that I talk about a lot during sessions, that that's what you exactly explain, that, you don't have to push through, because that's what, the fitness industry doesn't understand yet. It's going to, because trauma informed is the way, I believe. But everyone has a different capacity, and comes with their own traumas, with their own backgrounds, experiences. And some people can hold a plank for a minute. I'm just using plank since you have been. That a minute feels nothing for some people,
right.
but that minute might feel very, very different for another person. But it it differs between days as well. Like one day we can do more because we are more relaxed, we slept better. One day we can do as much because the body has already reached its limits.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so many variables, and that's what I love this work, because there's no one size fits all. And
Right.
we really have to work with the momentarily sensations, bodily sensations. And it gives you, the grace that uh, you can be compassionate
Mm-hmm.
towards yourself, and
Right.
you don't have to uh, do that all or nothing. And again, that just translates into the rest of your life as well, that it gives you that moment that, okay, I'm checking in with myself, like, can I do this? Can I commit to this work? Or
Mm-hmm.
meeting up with a friend. I'm just using, real life examples. And maybe you have that incremental moment that, like, no, I'm reaching my limits, I'm reaching my window of tolerance, I need to pull back and rest. Or
Mm-hmm.
no, I really want to see this friend, I'm up for that work. And
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Once you're able to understand it on a bodily level, the whole life opens up in a very, very different way.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last question, how has your life changed by working together?
Mm. Um, I was contemplating about the question, and I think best way to put it for me is I think my body become friends instead of maybe a tool or means to an end. And I think by working together, I was able to reestablish that for myself. So um, it's like I'm here as a person, and of course, body and physical body is big part of me. But I feel like if I reflect back my journey as a person so far, I feel like most of the times body was a means to an end to achieve something that I wanted in my life. Let's say I wanted to look healthier, so I need to be thinner, or you need to support me and have a physical capacity for me to concentrate on my work that I do. So there was a lot of, I think, use body to achieve something, but I think I realized there is a deeper relationship that I can build with my body in a way that I care for my body as well as getting support from, I think, that learning too. So it's like being more mindful of what my body needs. It's something that I've been become a lot more cognizant. And I think I was able to be also proud of my body in a sense. I didn't realize how adaptable my body was until I do physical training. So it feels like, okay, if I try few couple of times to do this, my body is able to and capable of handling this amount of thing. I think discovering that over time incrementally helped me understand, okay, actually you can do a lot more than what I imagined. So I think I become more confident that my body can tolerate and also work towards strengthening a lot more than that I was able to imagine before. Yeah. So yeah, I feel good about that. Yeah, very
Mm,
happy about that. Yeah.
mm. That's beautiful. Thank you. And, we are going to continue our journey. And I'm really excited because the first bit has been working on mobility and really befriending your body, right? As you said it earlier. And now I'm so excited because strength is going to be part of, like, strength on a, using machines, using weights. That's going to be the next step. And I love that you've been so patient with yourself and with the journey. And it's been such a it's been such an honor to be working with you. And I'm really excited about the next phase because we were talking last time, and I was explaining that, oh, this is like, not everyone understands what my work is about, and some people wouldn't even use the term personal trainer
Mm,
if they were me. However, and you said it so well, that how about calling it a phase approach? And I
mm,
love that. And I'm going to be using it because now, see, that's the work. That's what the work is, that I'm like, I learned just as much through working with you and sharing and working with other people, because you see my work from a very different through a very different lens, and you
mhm,
give me pieces and things that I didn't even think about. And
right.
the next phase will be strengthening and really using the fundamental pieces and put it into in a different practice, and really strengthening and using the weights that a lot of people just start with right away, instead
Mm,
of having that foundational work, achieving that rapport, not just with the trainer, but their body itself.
mhm,
So I'm really excited.
right. I'm
Any
excited
closing?
too.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
closing words, Gloria?
I think your mention about building a rapport with your body, I think that's the exact description of my experience throughout this
Mhm.
journey. Yeah. It's like when you get to know the new person, you need to take some time to understand how it works and what your preference is and getting to know each other. And I think I have done that through this 12 sessions with you. So I'm grateful for your support. And I think there were times that I feel like, oh, um, was it going to hit what I wanted?
Yeah,
I think there are moments in, any type of learning that I've experienced that we, hit that before. But I think that's also part of the journey. And I think you navigate it in a very well to make me realize, even in my moment of doubt, that what I'm doing with my body, there's still a progression.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just a matter of how we notice that time to time and being able to be present and notice that. I think that was a very big gift for me. Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. And you always, I've known you as a person with a lot of curiosity,
Mm,
and that really makes work enjoyable, because when you want to learn about yourself and about the process, and trust that, okay, maybe this doesn't look like what I expected, but I trust her that she knows what she's doing.
mhm,
And when we are not sure, then we bring those questions and concerns to the table. And I want my clients to feel comfortable to raise those questions, because that opens up a very different level of honesty and transparency. And maybe we just don't speak the same language, and we have to get on the same page and
mhm.
understand each other a bit better.
Right. I
And
think you
yeah,
gave me a good space for that set levels of safety
yeah.
in
Oh,
our relationship. So I appreciate that as my trainer. Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Gloria, for being here. And I'm looking forward to our next phase.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you.